Hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. Had a lot of messages today to ask me if I could do a VeChain update, and to be fair, the VeChain videos are oftentimes some of the most clicked ones on my channel. I don't actually know why, but it seems to be quite a large fan base for VeChain. Yeah, so what is VeChain doing? VeChain is obviously here still in the correction. We can see that we're even dropping here again 4.5%. That is what we talked about in the previous video, that yeah, the downtrend isn't over yet. So as long as that's the case, we have to expect further dropping prices, and that is again materializing here today. Overall, you can see on the higher level chart here that we had a larger wave one. I think it was VeChain's first real large wave one that we had here in 2021. We then came down in a wave A correction, a wave B corrective wave, and a wave C. All part of a wave 2, yeah, A, B, C, all part of a corrective wave 2. And yeah, all good, all good. We've reached the target area, which is fantastic, absolute fantastic. That is the area we talked about back in November already. And yeah, back then at a price of around 18, 19 cents, it seemed crazy to talk about a 3.3 cent or 5.7 cent VeChain. Yeah, this is basically the lower support, 3.3 cents. Or 5.7 cents of this target range. Yeah, that is between the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement level and the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level. Now, what is VeChain doing? We talked about VeChain, that it obviously found good support here actually at this level here at 4.3 cents. That was really good support of 4.3, 4.4. The price then broke out of this descending channel. Yeah, you can see the channel here. And it is currently again moving down, and it seems like that we are currently breaking potentially back into this channel. A bit too early to say that. We are definitely retesting this former resistance as support. Now, what is very important is if you take a look from the other side, yeah, you can see that we actually had something like a head and shoulders going on here. And this head and shoulders pattern was broken, yeah. So you can see that it was broken. We are doing the retest now, and the retest seems to be successful. So we're heading down further from here. That's the other way of looking at it. But overall, no matter which way you look at it, we have to conclude that the downtrend isn't over yet. We are still below the 50-day moving average here, yeah. You can see the 50-day moving average is currently at 5.6 cents. The 200-day moving average is way higher up here at around 10 cents, yeah, just below that. We're at the death cross here on the 31st of December. It's been a while now, and there is no sign yet that the 50-day moving average could be turning around, and that would only happen anyway if the price breaks above the 50-day moving average. Yeah, we're far away from that. Now, very important support level I'm watching out for is that 4.4 cent level. If this red horizontal line, if that gets broken, VeChain could move to 3.9 cents and then in the next step to 3.3 cents. And I think that should hopefully be it for VeChain then. And at the latest there, VeChain should turn around and can move to new all-time highs. And because we don't want to be depressing here, talking about VeChain's price targets for the upside, I just put the fibs on here very crudely now, but it gives you a good idea where the price should be heading. So if we do it like that, okay, very yeah, roughly here, but it shows you that if this is a wave 1 here and this is a wave 2 that we're coming down, the next wave should be wave 3, and the wave 3 price target is at least the 1.618 extension, so 45 cents, could go all the way up to 72 cents, and that would be more than a 10x, more like a 15x, and that is great. And that would not even be in a few years in my view, and that's only speculation at the moment, but I think that would be, that can happen fairly quickly, because if the next wave to the upside would be something like this, this does only take a few months, yeah, and then you can move to new all-time highs, okay? So absolutely realistic that we could potentially see here this new all-time high in 2022. Of course, nobody knows, and it is, even though it's possible to, let's say, predict the Fibonacci levels where the prices are going to head to, and sort of this worked out here, yeah? I mean, we've seen these Fib levels here that we talked about back in November, and it will also reach the 1.618 extension. It's just not possible to say really when that is the case. Yeah, that is the tricky bit, and a lot of speculation comes into play there. All right, let's take a look on the one-day chart if we see anything sort of changing, but I can tell you already that is not the case. So we can see that the RSI on the daily still allows further price drops. Yeah, the price is currently sitting at 40, or the RSI is at 40. It can go to 30, and from 30 then even lower, 30 would basically be sort of the range from which down we call it over sold. So here's generally a good buying area. Yeah, we did that. You saw it here on the 22nd of January when it was oversold. It was a good buying opportunity, but of course you would have had to take profits up here for a trade. Yeah, but generally a long trade in a downtrend is not the best idea in my view. But what I do personally, I already start to dollar cost average into VeChain, because these prices, if I talk even, you know, if I buy at 4.5 cents, at 5 cents or 6 cents, probably doesn't really make a great difference if we talk about a price target for the next major wave up of like 45 to 72 cents, right? So it really makes not really a major difference. But what I'm looking out for here is this bearish crossover that might be coming on the MACD. So this could fuel another sell-off. Yeah, this could be another sell signal, and the stochastic RSI is also heading further down, meaning that the momentum is decreasing, or the buying momentum is decreasing and the selling momentum is increasing. And therefore, I would suggest that prices will drop further. Generally, we can see that also on the weekly chart, where the RSI is still dropping. There is no sign of recovery, and what the MACD is doing here is also not very convincing. It's not turned around yet. There is a weak sign that it might slow down its correction, but that's everything really. We can't really see anything else. And the MACD, and that is actually quite positive, the MACD on the monthly is already very, very, well, it's not very low, but it is lower than many other cryptos. For example, Ethereum has only seen its first red bar here on the MACD. So again, this suggests that the correction is just much further advanced for VeChain, and that also gives it an opportunity to finish the correction off sooner than other cryptos. And it means if the MACD is lower than, for example, Ethereum, also the upside potential here for VeChain should be higher. So I'm really looking forward to that. The stochastic RSI is already oversold on the monthly. So that suggests we are really, really here in the last meters of the correction. I'm excited about that, which doesn't mean it needs to turn around next week. Could definitely be another few weeks or so of downtrend, but we are heading, but we are slowing down the downtrend. And even though I do expect primarily still to see lower levels, I think the risk to the downside now is of course much lower than it was when we were at 18, 19 cents. Yeah, so now, I mean, how much more do you want to fall? I mean, of course, a cryptocurrency like VeChain could also go to zero. That's it then. But I think then we have bigger problems, because then probably other cryptos will go to zero as well, and that would affect the whole crypto market. Don't think it will happen. Also, don't see it really, not with the additional adoption and increasing adoption in the crypto market. But yeah, it's good to see that we are getting close to the completion here of the correction. So that's my view here currently on VeChain. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment for the algorithm. And again, if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.